Hi everyone, many blessings and namaste. My name is Radzi and you're watching me on Shining in Love. Either you're watching me on the Facebook page or you're watching it on the YouTube channel. So welcome and thank you for watching and being here and sharing this space with me. This is our weekly reading. This reading goes from the 20th or the 19th or the 20th of June through to the 26th of June 2016. So welcome. 20th June, which is tomorrow, I'm recording this Sunday morning local time for me, is the full moon and the summer solstice all rolled into one, and everyone has different ways of looking at this energy, different ways of making sense of the energy that's happening around us. The way I'm making sense of it, and again, you can choose to leave it or you can choose to embrace it, depends on how you're feeling on your own inside, is that this is a time to switch on. This is a time to power up. This is the time to shift to the next big year. This is the time to evaluate / re-evaluate and also get yourself geared for the last couple of rounds of the marathon or the race that you are participating. Okay, so if you follow the seasons, you know that the first harvest comes in the first week of August, and therefore we're left with a really short window of about 5 to 6 weeks. And in these 5 to 6 weeks, it is important for us to focus on what are the seeds that we wanted to sow or plant this year. How many have we actually done? Which ones are left? Do we want to plant those seeds? Do we not want to plant those seeds? Or is there something else that has come up in the last 4 to 5 weeks or 6 weeks since summer started, and since we started really focusing on our work that we want to instead plant and give our energy to? It's very important that we do that. I think summer as months are the time where we can give in everything that we've got to our dreams, to our intentions, to our seeds that we want to plant. It's really, really important that we take full advantage of this time. I think that just as nature goes through these seasons, so do we, and therefore in spring when it's renewal, we are renewed. In summer when it's peak work, energy, passion, all of that just sort of coming up from the earth, all the plants, all the work that we need to do to make sure that we have a great harvest. We do that. Then fall we move into harvest, and then winter of course is a time of relaxation and sleep and hibernation. So it's very important, I think, even for us to balance ourselves, that we take care of each of these elements in our own lives, and I urge you to do that for yourself. For people who are in the southern hemisphere, you are moving into going to be in the thick of winter, and then you have to now start thinking of spring, of renewal, of coming up, of where do you really stand, what do you really want to achieve in the next year, in the next in terms of the wheel of the year seasons, and where do you see yourself moving in terms of what is going to be, I guess, your guiding force. And again, enjoy this sense of this pause button that the universe has hit on you, because it is time for you to relax and just take it easy. For us in the northern hemisphere, we're on the absolute polar opposite side of that energy. So I hope that makes sense for all of you who are watching. Today we're going to do the readings in 2 parts. The reading's going to be 3 cards, and you can say that, this reading is for the next week, for the next quarter, like for the rest of the summer, next 6 weeks, or it's for the next full, lunar cycle, so full moon to half lunar cycle, full moon to new moon. You can decide what the reading will represent for you. And then, so that's the 3 cards that we're going to draw, and then I want you to actually focus and say, these 3 cards are going to bring me information about, say, just the next week. Or I'm actually looking for really juicy stuff. So the actual cards that come up are the rest of the summer cards for me. They're the big themes I need to focus on. Or this is my work cut out for the next 2 weeks. So you can actually interpret these cards in your own way, depending on how you want to focus them and what you want them to represent in your life. So we're doing that from the Whispers of Lord Ganesh Oracle card deck. I hope you enjoy that, because we're going to, the card image is reversed. I hope you enjoy that, because we're going to be doing that. But we're also going to be doing one keyword for the rest of the year, which I think is brilliant. You know, one key word or phrase which you can use as power to take care and ride the rest of the year ahead. All right, so we will do that, all of that in today's reading. Let's get right to it. First, I'm going to do the 3 cards, and then right now is when you should be thinking about what these 3 cards are going to mean for you. I'm just going to step back here a little bit and quickly share the energies. I want to smudge the card deck actually, so don't mind me if I just quickly take a leaflet of sage here and just, you know, run sage through my heart. Beautiful. Beautiful. So these 3 cards, you decide what they mean for you. The first card that we have is Divine Support. Okay, so this is our first card of the 3 card spread. When I look at this card, I realize that what I want to do ahead is scary. Is things that, you know, we've never done before, things we've never thought we're capable of doing, you know, things we thought were meant for the other people but not meant for us. But now that we see ourselves standing in this space where we are asked to step up, we're asked to take a leadership position, or we're asked to create something different or walk on a new path, and we're scared and we don't know how it's going to work, and you know, there's just a lot of resistance. Should I not? I'm not sure if this is the right thing for me. Part of my soul really craves for it, but I don't think in my human body and existence if I can really, you know, match up to the task, and it's just so, it's confusing right now. So this card is saying, don't think too much. You know, you have divine support with you all along the way, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. You do what your heart is calling out to you, and you leave the rest. Let the universe step up. Let me, as Lord Ganesha, I guess, step up and help you and support you and give you that platform. Don't think that I'm not there, or the divine isn't there, or that energy or that field or that great matrix that we're part of is not going to support you. It will. You have to give it an opportunity to rise up to your space. You have to say, yes, I am ready. If you live in doubt, then no, it's not going to happen. No, I don't think I'm going to get the support. No, I don't think this is really going to help me. I'd rather stay in my old comfort zone. Well, then you're not giving us an opportunity to say, actually, we're right here for you. So you have to sort of take that leap of faith in a way, I guess, and say, you know what, I trust you. I trust the great energy that is inside me and that is running the whole universe outside of me. I trust it, and I'm ready to, you know, give you guys a chance. Give you guys a chance. The second card is card number 26, Insight. Another amazing card of this trio. When I look at this card, the one message that I get is, the old ways are done and dusted. There is no use in returning to something that you did 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, because you're not that 5, 10, 15 or 20-year-old version of you. You are the present moment version of you, and therefore it's very important that your actions and where you come from and where you lead yourself to comes from that space. Does that make sense? You know, there are things that we've done in the past, things that were brilliant, things that we excelled in, things that just made us feel so good about ourselves. And what's happening is that the space in the present moment isn't really able to do that. It's not able to give us that sense of I'm amazing, because I don't feel amazing in this moment. So instead of going back and saying, you know what, I'm going to ditch or chuck this part of me, and I'm going to go back to an older version of me, because that's where I know where my comfort lies in. I'm going to stay present, stay focused, stay aware in the present moment, and say, how can I find my amazingness today? What gets me going? What brings me joy? What brings me happiness? What allows me to feel that sense of brilliance today? And let that guide you. Let that guide you. Strong focus to stop looking back. Don't look back. Even if you're tempted to, straighten your head. Okay, if you're like, maybe I could, no, come back. Come back. Focus in the present moment and see the gifts that are available to you today, because they're available. Okay, so huge focus, I guess, for me is to not look back anymore, but to find your true brilliance and your shine in this moment. Our third card for this trio is card number 33. It is guidance. And I love how all three of them, in a way, do support each other, because there's insight, there's divine support, and then there's guidance. You don't have to get frustrated because you don't know what to do. Alright? What you need to do, the solution is already present around you. You just have to say, okay, tell me. Because clearly the solution is something that you've not experienced before, have not done before, and don't know how to work with it. Alright, so you are not fully open to what the solution is. I'll be honest, and I'll give you a personal example. So I'm in this space where I need to figure out what I need to do as part of my work in this lifetime, doing what I love doing. And the solution is around me. But because I've never done that kind of work ever before in my life, I'm hesitant to open up to it. You know, maybe the solution for me, as a beautiful friend of mine yesterday was helping me come to that space, was then maybe the solution is that I need to host these weekend retreats where we dance, we connect, we do, you know, stuff together with women. And I've never done that before. I'm really good at, say, Reiki or crystal healing or oracle card readings and all of that. But the way forward for me, the solution of the craving that I have in my heart isn't any of those. It's something new. It's something I've never done before. Something I'm scared to do, something I'm thinking, I don't think I can do this. But the thing is that deep down, that's what my heart craves, and that's what I need to work towards. So the solution is around you. It's there. You know, it's not that the universe has already solved the problem for you. Now it's just time for you to embrace that solution, because that solution is something that you didn't think would be the solution. So you're out there looking at the old ways of solving the problem, whereas the universe is saying, no, 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 that's old, that's gone. Remember, we're not looking back, we're looking forward. And in the forward, this is a new solution, and you have to trust to receive the solution as a blessing, instead of struggle with it and you know, be really persistent about the past and how you wanted to do it. And if this had happened like 5 years ago, how would you have solved the problem then? It's not happening 5 years ago, it's happening today. Therefore, the way you're going to solve the problem has to be new and refreshed and aligned to today's you and today's energy and today's present circumstance and situation. And therefore, I need you to step up to saying that I'm going to approach this space or phase in my life with present version of myself, not a past version of myself. And if the solution is daunting, if it scares me, then I take it as a blessing from the universe, and immediately that sense of being afraid and not taken care of disappears. Alright, so I hope these cards and these readings support you. I know this is a really long reading, so I appreciate you sort of taking the time to actually watch this. Finally, we're going to do one card which has one key phrase for us for the rest of the year ahead. Every journey starts with a single step. What a beautiful phase and phrase and sort of space to be in for the rest of the year. The time of doubt, fear, resistance is over. The time of thinking, no, maybe, what if, should I, can I, will I, how do I, ends. Now it's time to take the step forward. Like I said, it's time to switch on that power mode. It's time to switch into the next gear. It's time to have your foot on the accelerator. It's time to speed ahead, even if it's taking that one step ahead. You know how you do that? You take your one step forward. I remember this card came up last week as well, or 2 weeks ago, and it's the same message. It's time for you to start moving. Don't think, start moving now. That's important. The message is very simple, is that you will create that space, you will move into that destiny, you will embrace that great life for yourself when you choose to take that one step. Otherwise, you'll just be thinking. You'll be thinking and thinking and thinking and still stuck. If you have to go grab the remote, you have to get up from the bed, you have to place your feet on the ground, you have to take one step, you have to reach your hand out, grab the remote, take it, and then switch it on or change the channel. You can't sit on the bed, hands folded, feet folded, and think, God, I need to change the channel. I need to change the channel. I want to change the channel. I don't want to watch this. This is not me. I don't like this. I want to change the channel. This is getting really annoying and boring and frustrating. But you're not getting up. You're not unfolding your hands. You're not uncrossing your legs. You're not moving forward. You're just hoping and dreaming, and that's not going to take you anywhere. So if you want to change the channel in your life, if you want to change the characters in your life, then you know what to do. Get up and grab that remote. Many blessings. Thank you for watching, everyone.